Hey everybody, Joe here. I'm going to check out a puzzle today by Vythic. It is Parity Loop Quest number 3. And we have Parity Pivot Loop. Form a one cell wide loop that moves through the grid orthogonally. The loop does not touch itself, not even diagonally. A loop cell is an odd digit if the loop moves straight through it, and is an even digit if the loop does a 90-degree turn at its location. Loop arrows, a digit on an arrow, indicates how many loop cells are in the direction of the arrow, not counting the arrow cell. Loop thermometers, digits along a thermometer ascend from the bulb. If a cell on a thermometer is a loop cell, then every cell on that thermometer with a higher digit than it is also a loop cell. So if it touches the thermometer, it gets the rest of the thermometer wherever it touched. So like that, or whatever. If it gets that one, it has to get that one, etc. Loop summit lines, digits along a blue line, must be ascending or descending with 1 and 9, reversing the order. A digit in a circle indicates how many loop cells are on the attached blue line. So we have this here to help us with that one. And loop dots, cells separated by a white dot, are either both loop or neither loop, and digits separated by a white dot are also consecutive. So this will not be the full amount, as it would have to look like that. So that one can go up to 3. This one will not be the full amount either. Since these two are touching diagonally, we would have to connect them in one of these two spots. If we did that, it would look like that and be branching. This would do the same thing. That would not be a loop. So this is also 1, 2, 3. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Although it won't be 4, because that would do that, and then we would have to get this one because it would be higher than that. So that is not on the loop. This one won't be either because it would have to do that. So that is not. This one would do the same thing, so that is not. So now this one has to, and it will do that. That one will not be able to because of the dot. We can't go there, so we can't go there. That may be okay. Can't go there. We have to get out in those two spots. This is 1. So these become a 2, 3 pair. That won't be the full 5 either, as it would need to do that. So this can be 1 or 4. But we're not descending here. So if this was 4 and this was 2 or 3, This would have to be 1 or 2. So that has to be 1. And now we're ascending that way. We're ascending this way. This would have to be 4 through 9, basically. Um, this one won't be the full 5 either. So it'll be 2, 3, or 4. How many are on this? Is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 left. Um, that can't be 3. So we would do that and then have to make a box. That'll be 1 or 2. That is even because it makes a corner. That one is odd because it goes straight through. This only has 1. So we can't have this one. So we can't have this one. Can't have that one. That might be okay. This goes up to, it's not going to be 5. I imagine it could be, uh, it can't be those 3. Could it be 4? Let's see. What did I just say? That's, I'm checking 4. If it has this one, it's making a corner. Then it would have to get those 3. So it couldn't do that. So if that is 4, it does not get that. So then it would have to get those 4, and it can't do that. So that is just 1, 2, or 3. That one was okay. This one was okay. If that if that is on the loop, that'd be okay too. If that is on the loop, it has to look like that. This would not be able to touch, because then how are we going to satisfy these arrows and get back out? We're not going to. So this would have to go up. Then it would have to go that like that. And then if we continue to come over this way, we have to come back down. And then we're gonna get in a ball, a tangle, it's not gonna work. If, what was the other option? Was there another option? It wouldn't be able to touch because then we couldn't do these arrows. It'd have to go up. This would have to go straight through because that one would be even, so that one would be odd. We couldn't go up because it's gonna push us to here and we'd have to go down. And like I said, if we went over, then we have to go down again and we're just gonna end up touching down here. So that cannot be on the loop. And if that one, since they angle like that, it would have to do that same thing. It would have to go to there, so those two would touch. And then we're not going to do these arrows again. So that one is also not. Those two would be touching. Can we get up this way? Or no, we couldn't do that because these two would touch either here or there. Could we do that maybe? No, because those would touch. We come up, we could maybe do that, but then this doesn't have any yet, and we can't get another one except for there. So I don't think that's going to be on it either. If these make a corner, it would do that, so those would touch, and then we're messed up again. So that is not. Um, so this side of it has to go up this way somewhere. As in, it's not going down. As in these will not be, um, we can't have the arrow coming up this way and leaving this way. So this green goes up here, which means that these two are not on the loop. If that did that, that could go up straight though, but otherwise it would do that. It would then not touch that one. So it goes there. So it'd have to do that. That might work. That would be 3, that would be 2. That is possible. But we could also go up this way and turn there, and then it would have some choices from there. Okay. Um, so we go, what is this? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2 through 5. So this will be up to 6, this will be up to 7, this will be up to 8, and this will be up to 9. But we're going up. So is that 3, 4, 5? So this cannot be 3, because that cannot be 2, without deleting those 2 cells. So this has to go up, and then this has to go up. It's going to change all of those. But it's also working this way. So we kind of have a thermometer this way, and then this thermometer that way. So this still needs to go up. But when we hit 9, then we start to go back down. If we hit 9, um, oh, this is not 3. So now this is not 4. This would not be 5. This would not be 6. That would not be 6 either. That would not be 7. This 7, 8 is going to be up there somewhere. And over here, one of these will be 7, 8. That is odd. 3, 5. That would be 2, 4, 6. That is all good. What is the highest? Actually, this goes all the way up to, oh, no, because this circle, a digit in a circle indicates how many loop cells are on the attached line. We're already minus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we still have 7. But both of these cannot be on there. So we're at 6. If these 3 are on there, we have to turn up. And then we could get we could get a max of 1 if these uh could it actually go like that? That would go up. We would have to come over here at some point, but I don't think we could. Because this one would need to go over here and attach. And then if we go up, we have to go to there and we can't come back. This has not made it to 2 yet. If we go here, then we can't go up into it. If we step over there, we have to come back down and break it. So this does not make a corner like that. We cannot get all 3 of these. And if we get that one, then we can't get that one. We can get this one for sure. And possibly, although we can't go like that either. We can't go like that. We can't go like that. So if we get this one, we would have to do that in order to get it. And we're going up. That would only be 1, so we would need 1 more. And then again, we're not getting it. But I already said we can't do that. So over here, at the most, we're getting... Wait. If we can't do that... And we can't do that. We can't do that. What else is there? That is just not on the line, is it? We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. That is not on the line. This ends up breaking that. So that is not on the line. We could do that though. Or maybe even, oh no, we can't do that. We go straight up though. I think earlier I had one that looked like that or something. Maybe even like that. Although that would be 3 and 3. Um, so we just took out 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're at a max of 5. These are going up. But then this one can go all the way up to 9. But no, it can't. If this was 9, we would start going back down, but we cannot use 1 again. So if that was 9, 8, 7, 6, we're gonna run out of numbers. because these, uh, wait, there's a 9 up here somewhere, isn't there? Or, yeah, there will be a 9 in here somewhere. Oh, right, but if the 9 is here, then a 9 cannot go here. In fact, I guess an 8 could. If it was 8, maybe, then that would be 9. And then that could be 8, 7. That would still be not enough. So neither one of those. Neither. So 9 is on. Well, I mean, that's obvious also because of the row, because none of those can be 9. But anyway, so there's an 8 here as well. Maybe I should mark that. Right. So that cannot be 9, that cannot be 9. So this will be, and this was also not 8, because that would be 9, and then that would be 8, 7, and that would have to be 9 again, which it could not be, because we would not be going down. Um, so this was a 7 max. Now that could be 8. No, it can't. This cannot be 8, because then that would be 9, and then that would be 7, because 8 would be right there. And then that could not go back up to 8. So this has a maximum of 7 as well. So this is just 5, 6, 7. So 7 comes out of there, 6 comes out of there, 5 comes out of there. We have 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. There is a 1 in there. I can't forget this 8, 9 is in one of those. This 7, 8 is in one of those. 3, 4, 5, 6 is 2 through 7. It's only a ton of numbers. But that number is not 8 or 9. 9, 8, 9, 9, 8. No, that cannot be 9 either. That cannot be 9. Those cannot. That cannot. If 9 goes there. Wait, I'm not done with this though. This one is 6, 7, 8, 9. If it was 6, we would still be going up. Uh, so that would be 7, 8, or 9. If it's 9, then we start going down. And then this would only be 8, 9. But we do make the old combo wombo, which puts a 5 there and a 4 there. 2, 3, 4. And can these actually be? That would be a 2 or 4. That would be a 3 or 5. I think that would be okay. But this would not be able to be on there, so that would be 4 or 6. That would be 2 or 4. So these would kind of all be consecutive. 4, 5, 6, or 2, 3, 4. Or we could have 2, 5, 6. Oh no, we cannot, because that is a consecutive dot. Um, okay. So that's one possibility. What about if we went up here? We would have to do that. Then we would have to miss that. And then the most. Oh, and if we miss that one, if we miss that one, we miss them all. Oh, this is not 5 either anymore. What does that do? Uh, what was I just saying? If we go up here, I said that we have to miss that one. Could we not go like that? Oh, actually, I don't think we could go like that. Because then, how are these two getting digits? If this goes up and over, could not get that one. And if we do, mm, if we went this way, that would be 4. That would be 3. That would be 5 or 6. Um, but I don't think that's going to work because of this diagonal. And we can't go back up here and get enough to fill this column and this diagonal, make them different numbers. So if we do go up like that, then I think we're bypassing them all. We're bypassing both of those. Or actually, if we go up, we're bypassing all three. And then we have to get that one. So that would be 2. That would be 3. That would still be 4, 5, 6. But then we could maybe come straight through. That would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 odds right there. But that would be 2 and 3. Or that would not work. Those are both 3. So if we go up like this, we could not go up, because that would do all of that. And then if we went over here, this would be 2, that would be 2, because I would have to do that. And if we went there, that would be 3, that would be 3. So if we do grab those, then we have to go. And then why did I say we couldn't grab those? There was a reason in there. Oh, because these would never get to 2 or 3. Okay, so if we do go up, we have to come straight through like that. And if we went over, just so I can remember, in that scenario, those were not on the loop. If we come up, which is the only other way, oh, we could, oh, then maybe we could do that. No, that would be the same. Okay, so if we come up and go up, those are still off. And if we come up and go over, they're obviously off. If we come up and go this way, then that would do that. And that would do that. I think in all of those scenarios, I think these were on it. these were on the loop and we don't turn, these are off the loop. We can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. We can't do that. Can't go there then. Because then we would go there, and then we'd have to turn, and then those would be 2 and 2. So this is making a corner. So that one is off. However, it could still do that. Oh, but we have to have those 2 because we can't make 3. So that becomes 2. That will become 3. These are off then. That gets out to its buddies. We have 1, 2. So this is either. Oh, so it cannot come down. If it comes down, it has to get them all. And that would have to be 5, and it can't be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it does not go down, so it does not get either. So now this is just 2 or 3. This is just 3 or 4. That could still be any. But it does put 3 here, one way or another. So that one becomes 4, 5, 6. And this will be 5, 6, 7. Green is coming this way. We're having an even here. We're having at least that many odd. This one is just 1, 7, 9. Three odds in that row. These are both odd. This is 5, 7, 9. That is 1, 5, 7, 9. If this is green, and that is green, that would be even. That would be a 5. That would be 6 or 7. That would be 7, 8, 9. So that would be 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh, 1 is on this top row. Oh, but 1 is not on the bottom. One is in one of these. On the blue pyramid. Who is 9? Hmm. Unsure about 9. Oh, 9 will be on this pyramid. Because if we only have 1 and we're just increasing, that's not going to work. So we have to have a 9 somewhere. In fact, all of these have to have, well, then we can have 2. They could have 2 9s and 2 1s. I didn't think about that though until now. This will definitely have to have a 9 on it as well. So it can go up. But the 9 could literally be right next to the 1 and make it work that way as well. So the 9 could be on the thermometer is a possibility. What about these are all 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If this was a 5 or oh, actually this one, it could be 7. Ah, no, it cannot. If it was 7, oh yes it could. 7 could be here in the corner. That would be 5 or 6. That could be 9. That could be 8. You know, if this is 9, 9 would go over here. That's all good. If that is 9, 9 would have to go there. That'd be all good too, I guess. Okay, so this can still be up there. Um, if that was loop, 1, 2, 3, 4 odds, even, odd. Could this be 8? If it was 8, that would be 7, that would be 9. That would be 7, 8, making that 6. this would have to be 7, 8, 9. Or 7, 8, I mean. That would be 5, 6, 4, 5. I guess that would be okay. Um, but that would also be a 9. That is okay. That was a 7, 8. That would work. 9 is in one of these. 9 can be there too, though. Oh man, so tricky. If that goes that way, that is 5. That would be even. So that would be 7, so that would be 6. So all of these would be green. Seems okay. The arrow, one of these, and its neighbor, both of its neighbors. There's 3 odds here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 through 9. Yeah, that can still be 4. This is odd, so that goes through. If this turns here, that's 6 or 8. That would be 9. That would be fine. Uh, could this be 9 though? 9, 8, 7. And then we'd have to be going, oh, and then we could hit 1. But then if it wasn't, and it was a lower number, 5, 6, 7, and we could go straight up to 9, and then be descending again, and then be ascending again. Oh, these then are above 1. Is that important? there doesn't have to be a 9 there, although these are ascending, so this will also, unless that is 9, and then they start descending. So if that is 1, well, that could still be 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, isn't it? That really limits the possibilities. Okay, then what is going on with this blue line then? We are definitely hitting a 1 here. We're hitting a 9 either here or here. But I can't really mark that as such because if this is a 9, then this can be 5. Oh, well, okay, then maybe I could. Regardless, this is still 5 through 9. But it's only 5 through 8 if this is 9. But this would be the maximum spot, as in a 9 is in one of these. Because if this is 8, then that has to be 9. If this is 9, then it's there. So that is not 9. I will put a 9 in there. It could go here and there though. Or, wait, was that still able? 9, that'd be 7, 8. 8, 7, 6. Yeah, it is. It does go in one of those. It can go there though too. Arg. Um, it's on there. It can go in any of those though. Okay. So we're descending here at this point, but we could have another 1. Can't have a 1 there. So only those cells. Good, good. That could be 1 right there and immediately start going back up. There could be another 9 somewhere else, start going back down. But from here, or at least going up, but still we could go all the way up to 7. We could actually have 7, 8. That could be 7, 8. That could be 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Still not quite sure if that is grabbed up or not. I know that those are not. Might as well mark them. If that was 2, 4, 6, well, it wouldn't be 2. It could be 4. It'd be 4, 6, or 8. If that was even, that'd be 5 or 7, though. That would be a 4, 5, 6, 7. So if that is on the line, it's 4, 6, or 8. And that would be 5, 7, because it can't be 3, and it can't be 9 because I did that earlier. It would make that one 9, that one 9, that one 9. And what broke about that actually? Oh, because that would be 8, 9, and that would be 9, and that would not be able to be 7 because then that would have no fill, and can't be 8 because it would be right there. Um, so that would make this 3 and 2. So that would work. And now if that one is on the line, then it's 5. It'd be 4, 3. So that would be 6. That would be 7. That would be 1 or 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That only leaves 1 and 2. Oh, wait a minute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I already know this can't be 9. I already know this can't be 1. This can't be 2. So that would have to be 8. That would have to be 7. That would have to be 8, 9. Oh, but it could not be 7 because it would be sitting right there. Oh my gosh. Which way around was that? That was if it went there. So it does not go there because that would be 5. And then there would be 3 on the summit. So that would be 4. That would be 3. That would be 6. That would be 7. And then this would have to be 1, 2, 8, 9. That would have to be 1, 2, 8, 9. And they cannot be. Why can't this be 2, 3? Because that would be 2, right? So that is not on the summit. Those are. This becomes even. I said it was 4, 6, or 8. That makes this can't be 3, and it can't be 9. So it's 5, 7. And that makes 4, 5, 6, 7, leaving 3, 2. Now we're at 3 or 4. on there. Um, I guess that would be okay though. Yeah, we could still do that. Uh, so 5, 7 come out. There's an 8 over here. Uh, these are 189. That can't be 1. So we get an 8-9 combo there. So that one is 1. Now we know 1 is over here. If 1 goes here, we're going back up, which would work for... Ah, is that the point? That is a point. One of these we know are 9. So if we don't hit 1, then we're not going back up to this thermometer. So that is 1. Now the thermometer works. So we can't hit a 9 until at least here. So these will be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a lot. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we could start going down, but then that is a lot. Okay, so we can't have a 2 there. Not quite making combos. 8, 9 is going to be 7, 8, 9. This is 4, that is 2. That is 4, that is 3, 2. This is odd also. And it's also higher than 4, 5, 7. Oh, that is even, because it's on the loop. So we do get 7, 8, 9 there. So 6 will be in one of those. If it is here, that would still work for the ascension descension. That would be 9. But it would also turn. And then it would be 4. That seems okay. If that is 9, then it goes straight through. And then I guess it would have to turn and turn again. Or else how would we get 3? So if this turns, then this digit right here would be 9. So it would go straight through. And then we would be unable to get to 3. So we'd have to take all 4. Right? So it's those 3. If this goes down, if we go down again, we're not going to be able to get 3. So we can't. Once we touch here, we have to go straight through. And now to get 3, we have to take those. So these are on the loop. That one's already odd, but this does make it corner. And that will make this 4, 6, or 8. And then this one will be 5, 7, 9. So I guess the question is maybe down to evens and odds laters. If that is the corner, that is 8. That is 9. 9 can still be there as well. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Nothing looks too weird about that. This digit is still going there. This digit is still going there, but that could be 7. Um, if 9 goes here, that is 4, 5. That would be 6. That would be 7. That would be 4, 5 also. So 4, 5 would go up here, which would be okay. A 2 could still be there. 2, 3. That put 3 over here. That's okay. 2 would be down. 2. 2 could be there though. 2 cannot be there. Can't be there. Can't be there. Dang, everything is like so close all the time, but then it's like, oh nope, almost gotcha. Um, there's an 8 here, isn't there? If this digit is that one, 8, 8 nines, can I map them? That one is that one. And it would go there. But then this one, it could be there, or it could be there, or even there. That could be 7. That's not 9, though. If I could maybe get 8 out of there, that would be good. What about odds and evens? Or 5s and 7s? Can't really do much with those 5s and 7s. This 5 and 7, I mean, I do know it goes down there, but um, could be in one spot just as much as the other. Can that still be 9? No, it can't. That can't be 9 because that would be 8. These would both be 7. So now we get a 2, 4. So that becomes 3. So that becomes 1. And now we know that this is not on the loop. So it is going right there. And now we know also that this is odd and that this is the last place possible for 9 to be. So this becomes 8, that becomes 7, that'll be 8 or 9. This one will be 8 or 9 as well. And now it's broke. 8, sorry, I took 9 and 8 out of here earlier. 8 can still go there with 7. So 7 goes here, 9 goes there, 5 goes there, 8 goes there. Was that 179 only? Oh, well, there's every other odd, so yeah. Now this has to be 1, and now this has to be at least 5, so 7 or 8. And now this would be 6 or 8, which is even. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's even because it turns anyway. But that is also 1. Oh, that is broke. Why can't it be 9? Because that would be 8. Let me back up all the way to where I changed that. Okay, right around there. Okay, I took 9 out of there because because it would take out the bottom row there of box 3. And then I took out 9 here because then those would both be 7. And it can't be 8, 7 either. So that is true. Although now I don't think it is true. So I just broke it, didn't I? So that makes 2, 4, and 3, 1. But the 3 tells me that this turns. Although I guess we could go up there. I did not think of that. Maybe that was the correct answer. Probably. Or else. So that is 1. And that is 1. This became 5. So that became 4. And that will also. Another thing this is going to do is tell us that that goes on the loop. And I don't think that would go over, because if it did, this would go over, and then we would be stuck. So that is not. This has to go ahead and get 6. So that becomes 7. That becomes 5, 4. That is now 4. That can still be either. That is an 8 or 9. This will be an 8 or 9. Three, 5, 7. Okay. This is 2 or 3. And this will be 1 or 2. We need 8 and 9. And a 2 and a 3. So that maybe be 8 and 9. Just not at the same time. Okay, so 8, 9. This cannot be 9 now, because that would be 8. That would be 8 again. So this one is no. We have 7, 8. Let's do that. So that is 9. That is 8. That is 9. 8, 9. And now we know that is 9. So now we know it does not go that way. Because it would have to get that one. So it comes down. I think the error I made a while ago was something else entirely. Isn't this the way I went? Anyway, that is 5. 2, 6, can still be 3, 5, 7. That can't be 9 though. I guess that one could be. This cannot be 1 through 5. This is 6, 7, or 8. And then this one would be 5, 7, 8, 9. That one is 5, 6, 7, 8 as well. This should have one digit, which is 4. That'll put a 4 in one of those. If 4 goes here, that has to be 3 and 2. 2 would be at the top. That's likely okay though. Does go in one of these, however. Oh, this has 1. So all of those are not on the loop. So that finishes. My loop is done. Can remove those. It might give me less, although it might blind me by doing so. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is even. 2, 4, 6, I think will be the highest. This is even. It could be 4, 6, or 8 though. But that's the only place for 9, because that had to be even. So we'll make it 9. Okay, so now we're descending, which is good. Which means it can't be 5. Which means there's a 7 up there. Which means this is 5. 3, 7 can still be 2, 6. This has a 7. This will have a 6 or an 8. Which is all good. Okay. This will be a 2 or an 8. So this will be 3, 7, or 9. These are all odd, 4 odds. So these up here will have an odd and an even. If that was 6, that would have to be 7. That would have to be 8. That would have to be 9. 9 is in this column. Okay, what was I saying? 6 would be 7, 8, 9. And then we start going back down. We'd be unable, we can't have a 1 or a 9 on this again. So whenever we do hit 9, which could still be over here, but we would start going back down. This 7, 8. So 9 in one of these. I guess just do some Sudoku now. At this point, there's a 1 down here. They are both odd. This is odd. 3, 5, or 7. Um, 2 and 3. We could have another 9 on this row. If that 7, 8, if it goes on here, it would have to go there. And then we would have a 9 on here. Oh no, we couldn't do that. If the 7, 8 went in one of these, the 9 is here. So if the 7, 8 goes here, this 7, 8, it will be down here somewhere. If it goes here, we're going up. We wouldn't make it. We'd have to have a 9. But then we would be going down. And we'd be going the wrong way. And we would have to hit another. Oh no, we would. That would be going the right way. So we could hit a 9 here. Ah, that might be okay then. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Or we hit a 9 here. Start going down this way. We do indeed hit a 9 somewhere here. I just don't know if it's there or if it's here. I guess I need to find out where that 7, 8 goes first. Okay. So 2 is in one of there. One of those. If this is 2, 3, those are 2, 3. There'd be 2 here, 3 there. So that would be 2. That would be 1. That would be 1. Seems all good. Um, that is odd. 3, 5, 7, 9. That is not 2 because it is on the loop. It sees 1, 5, 9. It's 3 or 7. That is 3, 7, 5, 9. So our 9 could be there and start going back down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. That would be maximum though. 8. No, the 9 can't go here. If the 9 went here, it would have to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. That's the lowest it could be. And in doing that, we were saying 8, 7. So that would have to be 6, and there's already 1 in the column. So this is not 9. So from here, we are still increasing. So that can't be 3. It would have been 4 minimum. Which means that the 7, 8 does not go on here either, since that cannot be 9. So the 7, 8 will be here, and it will be 7. So that will put the 7 there as well. That'll do 8 there. These will now be a 4, 6. That'll be 8. This cannot be 7 anymore either, so it is 3. 9 can still be here somewhere. Uh, if that was 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That way would be okay though, because the 7 could be next to the 8. So I'll wait on that. This has to be 2 because we're going up. 2, 3 does make a combo here now. 5, 7, 8. What's left in this column is a 6 and an 8. If that was 6, that would be 5 and 4. If that is 8, If that's 8, the 9 can go on either side. Hmm. Oh, this can't be 6. Right. We have a 4-6 combo right there. So that is 8. That will do all of that. This will become a 7-9. This will be 5-7-9 with that one. So, okay, either of these are counting up. Well, I'll just do it like this maybe. Actually, I think these are just done. So this would be 6 and then 7 or 9. We couldn't go to 8. We couldn't go to 9 here because 8's 2 spots away. So that's just how that has to work out. Um, we already know this is 7-9, and if the 9 was on this side, then it would have to be there. Otherwise, it's counting down, and it's already at its minimum, 7-6-5. So that is just a 6. That will be 4, that will be 6, that will be 7-9, so that will put 5 there. We'll put 5 in one of those. 7-9 can't be 6, so it will be 8. These become 2-3. Get the 9 there finally. That becomes 7, that becomes 9. And now up, this has a 4 left, which is in one of those. Oh, just what's left? 1, 4, 9. So 4 and 9 are here. This one is 1. That will put the 1 there. Still 2 or 3. We get a 9 right here in the corner. And this has 2, 3, and 8. So that is 8. This will be a 2, 3. We know the way this has to go, which is ascending from the 1. So we get those sorted. Now this has 1 digit left, which is a 3. Then we have 4, 2, 4, and 5. 2 is there. 5 is there. 4 is there. We'll get a 5 here. This has 1 digit left now, which is 6. And these have 8 and 9. So 8 will go there, 9 will go there. These have 7 and 4. So 4 will go there, 7 will go there. And I think that will do it. That was a very nice puzzle. I did enjoy that as well. I did get kind of hard stuck there a few times. I do believe this difficulty, though, was rated at 4, if I remember correctly. I don't remember what the other two were, but I don't think they were that high. So he is getting increasingly difficult as he goes here. That was Parity Loop Quest number 3 by Vythic. Nice puzzle. I did enjoy it. There will be a link below, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye.